Hello, I'm Dr. Roy,
And I'm Captain Brink.
and let's play Klonoa 2 Dream Champ Tournament for the Game Boy Advance. This game is a sequel to Klonoa Empire of Dreams, also for the Game Boy Advance, and it's sort of a spiritual successor to Klonoa 2 Lunatea's Veil for the PlayStation 2. But we'll get into the actual game later. Right now, Giant Grey Chicken.
And it's adorable.
This was the final boss of Empire of Dreams, so we won't be seeing him again, and really there's no reason for us to even be seeing him now.
Telegram from the sky.
You know, usually when I get junk mail, I tend to throw it away.
100,000 dorees.
We never see dorees anywhere else in the series, so I'm forced to assume that it's a thoroughly devalued currency.
Probably about 88 bucks.
Something like that.
But hey, I mean, he's 10 years old, looking. Probably like 88 bucks.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to a kid.
Also,
Speaking of kids who are 10 years old, we have a bunch of Pokemon here, or something of that nature.
Yeah, 1 second you're getting junk mail, the next second, bam, Johto region. And look, it's Knuckles the Echidna.
This is Lolo and Popka. They originally made their appearance in Lunatea's Veil. They were our friends and companions for the entire game, and now they have reappeared all of a sudden.
I just realized he just told Lolo that he was running an errand when suddenly he landed here. And when he said me too. So, taking out a giant chicken is running an errand for Klonoa.
Good point. In any case, it appears the tournament is being run by
Dr. Robotnik.
or Maximilian Pegasus, either one.
I love that eye patch.
It's probably hiding the Millennium Eye.
I see what you did there.
So in any case, this is the basic premise of the game. A bunch of heroes or, various Jamoches have been teleported here to compete in a tournament to see who is the best Jamoche.
What's a Jamoche?
A random individual of questionable intelligence.
I learned something today.
Now, this character, who we have seen smirking in the background, is named Gantz. He is going to be our rival for the rest of the game, if you couldn't already tell. He was originally named Guntz, and I'm guessing that would have something to do with the fact that he is carrying a giant revolver that is larger than his head, and also he is nicknamed the Golden Killer, but for American audiences, having gun in his name, that's just a step over the line.
Either that or, they just didn't want people erasing part of the G and making it something completely different. Sort of like, they used to have Pac-Man used to be Puck-Man, but then they realized that was a terrible idea.
Yeah, speaking of which, Pac-Man, like Klonoa, is made by Namco, and in fact you can see a Pac-Man logo on the side of Klonoa's hat. So, this is the world map, and we get to choose stages from it. The only stage available is the Western Jungle at the moment. It's the qualifying round, and only 10 people will move on. Too many participants, you invited them all.
Yeah, of course, it's kind of like when colleges send out, like, junk mail to, like, everybody in the United States, and they don't actually expect all of them to apply.
I could see that. So apparently, this guy created all of these stages, which also, in addition to having a premise in order, it also totally explains why these stages are set up to be obstacle courses that want to kill us.
I just thought that would be a good time. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. In any case, instead of being our sidekick, Lolo is instead going to be running her own race this time. Well, not entirely her own race. Popka's going to be tagging along.
She's a cheater.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because nobody else gets their own sidekick in this game. It's weird.
Well, Klonoa gets his hat. It's got Pac-Man on it.
Yeah, that is a sweet hat. In any case, this is where you will be choosing stages from, or visions as they're called. You get to rotate all the way around using the L and R buttons.
Hey look, Omochao.
Basically, this guy is the tutorial guy for all of these stages. And he shows up a lot, and we are not going to be talking to him much, but we are going to talk to him this time, because he tells us about something very useful. If you hold the R button down, you actually get to look around the stage. This was not in Empire of Dreams, and it's something that I think should be in every platforming game where you have to go collect things, especially things that might be off camera.
Yeah, it just kind of makes sense, how many side-scroller characters would have had such better times if they could have just stopped and looked around. I'm looking at you, Mega Man.
These things we're collecting are dream stones. They're entirely optional, but collecting 30 of them gets us a bonus that we'll see at the end of this level. As you are seeing, we're shooting enemies called moos with our ring. What we are shooting them with is a wind bullet, and that actually inflates the enemies and allows us to catch the enemies. We can use them to double jump, and we can also throw them.
Or you can sit there and watch them explode into multicolored sparkles. It's sort of my favorite thing to do with them.
This thing we're doing here is a flutter jump. If you hold down the jump button after you've already jumped, you get to extend your jump horizontally some. And you also get to break boxes with these moves occasionally. This thing we're going back for here, the 6-pointed star, is a moonstone. They're very important to collect because if you don't have all 3 moonstones in a level by the end of it, then the exit door won't open.
So we ever figure out why they're carrying around shrubberies?
I have no idea, because they're not carrying shrubberies in any other stages, just this first stage.
And they're not carrying shrubberies in any other games.
Right, and they're not exactly hiding themselves well like that either, because they're too small and they're still moving around. And also they're kind of conspicuously bright red. In any case, this is the Dream Gallery. This is the bonus that you get for collecting all 30 Dream Stones. You get to uncover a little bit of this picture. On Division 2, and it looks like it started raining. Now these things are boxes. You don't see them in any of the other... You don't see them in any of the console games. They're exclusive to the handheld games, much like the Moonstones, actually. They can be reused infinitely.
They've also got a face on them. Sort of like, oh, all the other bad guys in this game. I kind of wonder, are the boxes alive?
I try not to think about that. That thing that we just ran into there is a key door. You have to have a key to go in. Keys are used a lot less in this game than they were in Empire of Dreams. Now, this is a really interesting feature we have here, is that sometimes there are parts of a room that are closed off, but you can get to them from another point in the next room. The levels are always spatially coherent that way. These use a box and then an enemy to get to a higher place. Puzzles are seen frequently. These things are goomies. They either stay in place or move, and they can be reused infinitely and just stay on their designated track or in their space. And we have completed the vision.
And we get a accordion teaser. My favorite kind of teaser. Oh, you skipped it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they kind of take forever. I'll explain what exactly they say in a later video. Now, this is our first moving Goomy. They only ever move in two directions. You see the box that we just walked on a little. The only thing that's down there is an extra life and a health, which restores one of our 3 heart spaces. If it's not necessary, we're not going to be going for it, though, in these videos.
Because really, life power-ups, maybe not the most useful.
Or maybe not worth the time spent, I guess. Except for when they are, which you will see in a later video. Now, these vine things, they look radically different in every world, despite having basically the same function.
As for the version that's pink with pulsating purple bulbs, yeah, I see those when I close my eyes.
Yeah, I see them in my nightmares. The Omochow there is there to tell you about the vines, which you are guaranteed to have already grabbed onto by the time that you get to him, so I have no idea why he's even there.
Well, you know, I mean, when this game came out, I think ladders were a revolutionary concept. At least, pulsing ones.
Now, the whirlwind things that we've been seeing, sometimes they link them together, and that's always fun when they do that. I have no idea why they make you grab this move so many times, because you gotta grab it once to get up on the platform, again when you're up to get up there, and then again to grab all the dreamstones, and then again to get into this finish door.
So you can hear the accordion solo.
In any case, we have completed 3 levels, and after we... now we get to see that we have a difficult choice to make. Do we select the up path or the down path? We are going to be making that choice in the next episode. See you then!